And, of course, the race is on to vaccinate the nation. But so far, only about 6% of Americans have received their first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. ABC's Zorin Shah has more on the state of the rollout.
Nationwide, the lines for COVID vaccines sprawl as far as the eye can see.
I've been on the computer since 8 o'clock last night and can't get an appointment anyplace.
Americans waiting in slow-moving cars, hoping to get to the other side of the biggest health crisis in 100 years. So far, over 24 million shots have been administered, meaning more than 6% of the U.S. population has received their first dose. But at this rate, it will take longer for all Americans to get a vaccine than the time it took to develop one.
This is crazy. It really is crazy. What's the point of making an appointment?
So how did we get here? And more importantly, how do we get out?
Chinese health authorities are still working to identify the virus behind a pneumonia outbreak in the central city of Wuhan.
In January, the Chinese released the genetic fingerprint for SARS-CoV-2.
My immediate reaction was go.
Scientists raced to piece together a vaccine that would one day protect us from a virus before the first known Americans were even battling it.
The fact that we have highly effective vaccines less than a year after the discovery of this virus is really a tribute to massive scientific progress and global collaboration. At the same time, there's not enough vaccine.
In the days and weeks since the first vaccines were authorized, that excitement building. But the big question still looming: when will most people get vaccinated? And when can we go back to life before the pandemic hit? Some of those questions hinge on the government's response.
We will increase overall weekly vaccination distributions to states, tribes, and territories from 8.6 million doses to a minimum of 10 million doses. Starting next week, that's an increase of 1.4 million doses per week.
You've got 4 platforms you've got to use. One is healthcare and all levels of healthcare, not just hospitals, but community health centers and primary doctor centers. The second are what are called points of distribution, these mega centers. A third are the pharmacy chains, the CVS and Walgreens. And the fourth are community sites, whether it's churches or migrant worker centers. These are places to reach out to groups that otherwise might not get vaccinated.
So that's the plan, and we have Zorin Shah live with us from one of those vaccination mega centers at Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles, in Chavez Ravine, the beautiful Dodger Stadium there. Zorin, there's a great report. Even people running those mega centers, I understand, are saying it's not going as fast as originally planned. So how's the overall rollout going there at Dodger Stadium?
Hey, Terry, a lot of frustration here. I mean, you can see a small, steady stream of cars behind me, people waiting to get vaccinated. But this was nothing compared to when this was a testing site. I remember this place was jam-packed with cars. You had cars going down for blocks. That simply isn't the case right now, and it hasn't been the last few weeks ever since they turned into a vaccination site. Now, Dodger Stadium, they've given out just over 55,000 vaccinations here. That's not a whole lot. I spoke to an organizer the first week. She was afraid that they wouldn't even have enough vaccinations to last them through the end of the week. And we just spoke to one of the organizers here right now who said if they had more vaccinations right now, they would be giving them out. So a lot of frustrations here. And in addition to that, access is incredibly hard for some people, Terry. You have people in Los Angeles who don't actually have cars. That makes it a lot harder for them to get these vaccinations, even if they're eligible. But look, there is a silver lining here in Los Angeles. We were the epicenter for weeks. Hospitalization rates are going down right now. The death rates are going down. We just heard Barbara Ferrer, the head of LA County Public Health, announce that if things keep going the way they are, that by mid-February, preschoolers will be going back to school, a huge relief for parents. And you have Governor Gavin Newsom, who announced this week that outdoor dining is back open, that hair and nail salons, many other places can return to being back open. Terry?
If they can get that community spread down. And Zorin, we're hearing that the state government is taking over that slow vaccine delivery in California. So what exactly are they going to do up in Sacramento?
Yeah, so they just announced this yesterday. Blue Shield of California, the health giant, they are stepping in. They want to ramp up the number of vaccinations. So is Kaiser Permanente. They want to streamline this system. So right now, you have some counties where people 65 and over are getting vaccinated, other counties where people 75 and over are still getting vaccinated. And so they want to change that. They want to know exactly how many doses are in each county, how many they have left. All of this is going to start taking place in about 2 weeks by mid-February, and hopefully by that time they'll have more doses from the federal government as well. Terry?
Let's hope. Zorin Shah in Los Angeles there. Thanks so much for that.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.